Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the continuation part of rate expression. In the previous class, we have discussed about how do we write the rate expression for a given reaction. But by using the balanced equation, we cannot able to write the rate expression because the exponents may be or may not be equals to the stoichiometric coefficient of a balanced equation. Then how do we get to know exponents, how to write the exponents? Means based on the experiment only we can write the rate expression, or else by looking the only balanced chemical equation we cannot able to write the rate expression. Then how do we write? We will see that by taking one experiment, one example. Here example I have given to you. Note down everybody this one. Example is 2NO plus O2 gives rise to 2NO2. This is the reaction, balanced chemical equation I have given to you. By looking only this reaction, we cannot able to write. But by looking the experiments, we can identify the rate expression. How do we calculate, how do we write the rate expression by using this experimental data? We are going to discuss now. So let us take here now. Here they have given 4 experiments. And initial NO concentration of NO given, initial value of concentration of O2 also given, that is reactant concentrations given, right? Generally we take reactant concentrations only in the rate expression because the rate expression will be depending upon the concentration, molar concentration of reactants. We know already, we have discussed in the previous class this one. And the rate of formation of NO2 also given, rate value given, initial concentrations of reactants also given. So by using this data, how do we find out the rate expression we are going to discuss. Now we will see that, for example, for this type of question if they ask, how do we solve? This method is very important even board level, KSET level and NEET level examination. Even sometimes they are asking in JEE main level examination also this model type of question. So we will see that. For example, I am taking this equation. Rate is equals to some K into concentration of NO, reactants, concentration of O2. These exponents, what are the exponents we need to write? We don't know. So let us take with M and N I have taken, suppose. M and N are the exponents I have considered. You can take X and Y also. That is your wish, rate expression, because we don't know what are their values. We are going to find out these values by using this experimental data, and after that we will substitute in the place of M and N. Then how do we solve this this expression, students? We will see now. For example, I am taking from experiment 1. Experiment 1. By using experiment 1, what we can write rate expression? Rate is equals to, what is the rate value? 0.096, which is equals to some K into, K is constant. You need not to write actually. If you want, you can write K. Concentration of NO, experiment 1 0.3 whole power M. Concentration of O2, what is the value here? 0.3 whole power N. This I have taken as 1. And from experiment 2, in the similar manner you can write. See that 0.6. This is a rate value 0.384, which is equals to K into 0.6 whole power M and 0.3 whole power N. This is 2 I have taken. Okay, now students. And from experiment 3, what we can write? See that 0.192, which is equals to some K into, here concentration of NO is 0.3 whole power M. Concentration of O2 is 0.6 whole power N. This I have taken with 3. Fourth one, if you want, you can take and you try. Here it is not required. Okay, if it is, if you want to solve by your own after getting this concept, you can try to take fourth one and also you can solve it. 3 experiments is enough to solve this question. We will see that. So how do we solve? By taking this data from given data, by taking these equations from given data. How do we solve here M and N values? We are going to see now. So let us take experiment 1 and 2. By using 1 and 2, I am doing here 2 divided by 1. 2 divided by 1. What you will get? 2 value is how much here? 0.384. divided by 1. 1 value, rate value is how much? 0.096. Students, got it? And which is equals to here 2 value, k into 0.6 whole power m into 0.3 whole power n, RH side. And first equation, RH side, you can take k into 0.3 whole power m into 0.3 whole power n. Right, students? Here k get cancelled. And we will see, we need to solve this one. Definitely we will get any one of the value from this. Either m or n, definitely you will get it. We will see that also. Just you note down the students, already you have written the question. I will erase it and we will see this solution now. Now you see here 0.384 divided by 0.096 means how many times will go in this means 4 times will go. So here 4 is equals to 4 into 0.096 is nothing but 0.384. This which is equals to here 0.6, 0.3. Both are whole power m only. So we can also write like this 0.6 by 0.3 whole power m into here 0.3, 0.3. 0.3 divided by 0.3 whole power n. Right, students? Can we write like this or not? Yes. Then here 0.3 how many times will go here? 2 times. Here it is 1 time. Then what you will get? 4 is equals to 2 power m whole 1 power n. 1 power anything is 1. We know already that. So which is equals to what? 4 equals to 2 power m, students. Then 4 is nothing but here we can write 2 square. 2 power m. Bases same means powers we can add it or not? Yes. Then m equals to what you will get, students? M value is 2. Here m in place of m what we can write? 2 we can write. In the place of n how much we need to write that also we will discuss. By taking 1 and 2 experiments we have got m value. By taking 1 and 3 experiment because any one we need to keep the constant. See that here. How do we get here m equals to 2 means in the experiment 1 and 2 if you observe the concentration of NO is constant 0.3 0.3 students. Only the concentration of NO is doubled. When the concentration of NO is doubled, concentration of O2 kept constant, the rate becomes 4 times. The rate becomes 4 times. So you can also solve directly also by looking the data of numerical. So see that here rate becomes 4 times. How? When the rate becomes 4 times here, by changing the concentration of NO is doubled, by keeping the concentration of O2 constant, then rate becomes 4 times. That only we have taken, students. Got it here? So m value we have got 2. And now you can change any one of the concentration of reactant. We have changed here NO with respect to NO. Now we will keep the constant, NO concentration, we will keep the constant and changing the concentration of O2, what will happen, we will see that. Now you observe the experiments, first experiment and third experiment, concentration of O2 is changed, 0.3 to 0.6, doubled. Double the concentration of O2 and keeping the constant of concentration of NO. Then what happens the rate? Rate is almost double. Then what will happen, students? Now you solve. Now you solve from, shall I erase this? From data, from experiment 1 and 3. From experiment 1 and 3, what will happen? I am doing 3 divided by 1. What will happen? LH side, what are the values? 3 values 0.192 divided by 0.096, which is equals to RH side you take k into 0.3 whole power m into 0.6 whole power n divided by 1 you take k into 0.3 whole power m 0.3 whole power n, students, right, students? Then how many times here it will go? 2 times. Just cancel it, 2 times you will get and k get cancelled. Then what will happen, you see that, students? This. Two is equals to RH side, what is there? 0.3. Here also 0.3. whole power m only. So shall I write here 0.3 divided by 0.3 whole power m? Here 0.6 divided by 0.3 whole power n will get it, students. Here how many times will go? Here 1 time, here 2 times will go. Then 2 is equals to 1 whole power m, 2 whole power n. Right? 1 power anything? 1 only. So 2 is equals to 2 power n. Base same means power we can add na. 2 power nothing is there means here 1 is there. 2 power 1 equals to 2. Right, students? So 2 power 1. That is nothing but n equals to what here? N is equals to 1. M equals to how much we got, students? M equals to already we have solved, that is what? M equals to 2. M equals to 2, N equals to 1. Then how do we write the expression? Already we have taken the expression. This expression we can write. Therefore, rate is equals to some K into concentration of NO. Whole power M value is what? 2. Whole power M value is 2. O2 whole power 1. N value is 1. This is the final equation, students. So you may ask a question here. Already you have given the equations. This one NO plus O2 gives rise to 2NO. NO2. Right? NO2. 2NO we have taken. Right? It is balanced equation. This equation you have given. Here only you can write the coefficients. M in the place of M, 2 is there. As it is we have got. In the place of n, nothing is there means 1 is there here. As it is, we have got. What is the difference, sir? You may ask a question here. Yes, correct. You are correct. But in all the cases, the stoichiometric coefficients will not get as a exponents in the rate expression. In all the cases. But some case, that only I told you very clearly while writing the rate law or rate expression, these exponents may or may not be same as the stoichiometric coefficients of the balanced equation. These exponents of the rate expression may or may not be same as the stoichiometric coefficients of the balanced equation. Is it clear, students? So in this equation you have got the exponents of the rate expression is equals to the stoichiometric coefficients of the balanced equation. But this situation will not happen in all the chemical reactions. Only in few chemical reactions you may get like this. That means this reaction is taking place in a single step. If the reaction is taking place in a single step, then the stoichiometric coefficients is equals to the exponents of the rate expression. If it is if the reaction is taking place more than one step, such type of reactions we can call as complex reactions. That we are going to discuss. In case of complex reactions, the stoichiometric coefficients never be equals to the exponents of the rate expression. No doubt in the students. So we have seen one of the example. What is that? In the rate expression, whatever we have got the exponents, which is equals to what the stoichiometric coefficients of the balanced equation. Now we will see some more reactions. In these reactions, the exponents of the concentration terms are not the same as their stoichiometric coefficients. What are that examples? We will see, students. Everybody understood this method, student? This method is very, very important. No need to solve like this, taking 1, 2, 3 expressions. After solving like this 2, 3 examples of the same model, you will get a grip in the subject. By looking the data only, we can able to write the expression. While solving the objective questions, you should not take this lengthy process. Theory point of view, whatever it may be, we need to write. But in objective point of view, you should not take this lengthy process. After solving 2, 3 questions, you should have a grip, and by looking the experiment only, you can write this directly. You can write the final rate expression. Like that you will get easily. We will take some more numericals based on this concept and we will solve. Okay, students? And we will see some other examples of this rate law expression. Some other examples also we will see. What are the other examples means? Other examples, what is the experimental rate expression? We are going to discuss now, students. Other examples. What are the other examples? Experimental rate expression. Experimental rate expression. experimental rate expression. What are the other examples? Means chlorination of chloroform. For example, that is what CHCl3 plus Cl2 gives rise to CCl4 plus HCl. This is the equation I have given to you. In this equation, what is the rate expression? Means rate is equals to some K into concentration of CHCl3 whole power 1. Cl2 whole power 1 by 2 you will get, students. See that here. What is the stoichiometric coefficient of CHCl3? 1. Nothing is there means 1. In the expression also 1 only you got. Yes. This is equals to balanced equation. But in the place of Cl2 you see that here Cl2 coefficient is how much it is? 1. Here how much we have got? 1 by 2. How it is means? By taking experimental data what we have taken in the previous example, like that we need to take and we need to solve. Got the students? So that's why by looking only the balanced equation, we cannot write the rate expression. We cannot write the rate expression because the exponents of the rate expression may or may not be the equals to the stoichiometric coefficients of the balanced equation. Got the idea, students? And one more example we see that CH3 COO C2H5 plus H2O gives rise to CH3COOH plus C2H5OH. Then what is the rate expression for this? Rate expression or rate is equals to some K into concentration of CH3COO C2H5 power 1 H2O power 0. Here it is 1, here it is 0. That means what? Here rate of the reaction will not depend on the concentration of what? Water molecule, because we have taken extra quantity here. Hydrolysis of ester, this is extra quantity of water molecule we have taken. If you take any excess amount of water or any solvent, that power always should be what? 0 only here. So that's why here you see that here it is the stoichiometric coefficient. Because in the equation also what is the coefficient of this ester means 1 only there. That 1 only we have got. But in the one more reactant, that is H2O, here 1. One mole is present. That one stoichiometric coefficient is not here. It is 0 here. So in this expression also we can say very clearly that the exponents of the rate expression is not at all equals to the stoichiometric coefficients of the balanced equation. Got it, students? So based on this, what we can say, rate law for any reaction cannot be predicted by taking at the balanced chemical reaction. Rate law for any reaction cannot be predicted by looking at the balanced chemical equation. That is, theoretically we cannot measure it, but must be determined experimentally. This is the concept we have, students. So that is rate expression. And one more concept we have, that is order of the reaction. That also we will see, students, now. See about order of the reaction. Students, let us see what is order of the reaction here. What is meant by order of the reaction means the sum of the powers of the concentration of the reactants. The sum of the powers of the concentration of the reactants in the rate law expression is called order of the reaction. We have taken rate law expression, the previous concept. In that, what are the powers? Some value. The sum of the powers of the concentration of the reactants in the rate law expression is called what? Order of the reaction. The sum of the powers of the sum of the powers of the concentration of reactants in the rate law expression. The rate law expression is called order of the reaction. The sum of the powers of the concentration of reactants in the rate law expression is called order of the reaction, students. For example, you take a general equation. Consider any general equation you take. AA plus BB gives rise to products I have taken. This rate law expression experimentally they have proved and they have given rate is equals to k into concentration of A power x, k concentration of B power y they have given. Here the exponents are may not, that is exponents are not equals to the stoichiometric coefficients of the reaction, what we have taken that. Then how to measure the rate here? Rate, order of the reaction. How to measure the order of the reaction? Order with respect to A. Order with respect to A is how much? A is x, right students? Order means power value, right? So order with respect to B. What is order with respect to B also we will see, students. Order with respect to B is equals to how much it is? Y. Order with respect to A is x, order with respect to B is y. Then what is the overall order of the reaction? Overall order of the reaction. Overall order, how to find out? We know already, we have the definition. What is that? Sum of the powers, right? Overall order of the reaction is equals to what are the sum of the powers? X plus y is the overall order of the reaction. Here x and y components, exponents are not equals to the stoichiometric coefficients of the balanced equation. So based on this, what we can say? Here a balanced equation never gives a true picture, a clear picture how a reaction takes place, since rarely a reaction gets completed in single step. If the reaction completes in single step, by looking the equation we can say the order of the reaction. In case of elementary reaction, that is the reaction which completes in a single step, that reaction is called what? Elementary reaction. In case of elementary reactions, we can say directly the order of the reaction. But if you take any chemical reaction, that chemical reaction completing in a single step, it is very rare case. Most of the reactions are complex reactions. It takes place in many steps. Right, students? So here, order of the reaction we can calculate like this only by using rate expression, not by using the chemical reaction. Not by using the chemical. We cannot measure the order of the reaction by looking the balanced chemical equation. But we can measure the order of the reaction by looking the rate expression. By using this rate expression, we can measure it. Right, students? And this order may be 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. And even fractional value also you may get. Even fractional value you will get. Sometimes you may get a negative value also for that particular reactant. So order may be, the order of reaction, may be 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. And even fractional or negative with respect to a particular reactant. Negative with respect to a particular reactant, we can say, students. Negative with respect to a particular reactant. So order value you may get a fractional value also and a negative value also. How do we get this 0, 1, 2, 3 fractional and negative values? In the concept itself we will get one by one. Till the end of the topic you will get all these examples. So one of the example for 0 order, first order, second order, third order, even fractional values, how do we get, even negative values, how do we get, all these things we will get, students, in the topic. Okay, now students, this is about order of the reaction, right? What is meant by order of the reaction? It is the sum of the concentration powers of the concentration of the reactants in the rate law expression. Sum of the powers of the concentration of the reactants in the rate law expression is called what? Order of the reaction. Order may be 0, 1, 2, 3 and even fractional value, or sometimes you may get negative with respect to that particular reactant, student. This is about order of the reaction. This order of the reaction we cannot measure by using the balanced chemical equation, because most of the balanced chemical reactions will not happen in a single step. So the chemical equation may complete in a single step. It is very rare case. In that case, by looking the equation, we can say if it is a elementary step. Elementary step is nothing but what? The reactions taking place in one step are called elementary reactions. The reactions taking place in single step, in one step are called elementary reactions. The reactions taking place in one step are called what? Elementary reactions. In such reactions, we can say, by looking the equation only, we can say the order of the reaction, students. So some of the reactions we have. Most of the reactions are complex only, not elementary reactions. Elementary reactions are very rare only. So when a sequence of elementary reactions taking place, when a sequence of elementary reactions gives us products, the reactions are called complex reactions. If the reaction taking place in many steps, that means what? A sequence of elementary reactions, that only we can call as what? Mechanism of that reaction, right, students? If it is taking place a sequence of elementary reactions, after many sequence of elementary reactions, if we get products, such type of reactions we can call as what? Complex reactions, students. These complex reactions may be, what are the reactions? Means sequential reactions, reverse reactions, side reactions. We have many actually. These may be what are that? Sequential reactions, reverse reactions, and last one, side reactions. Actually these reactions we don't have in the syllabus, right, students? So that's why we will discuss about this order of the reaction with respect to elementary reaction we have seen. If they give complex reaction, how do we identify? Means they will give like this: sequential reactions. Sequential reactions means many steps are present in that steps. In that steps, they will give in bracket which is fast step, which is the slow step and all. So the slowest step of the reaction mechanism is called rate determining step. By looking the rate determining step only, we can able to say the order of the reaction, students. Right, students? So slowest step is the rate determining step. Based on the rate determining step only, we can able to write the rate expression. After writing the rate expression only, we can able to say the order of the reaction, how much it is. Right, students? Here we need to identify one thing in this order of the reaction. You can keep note. So the first one, in case of elementary reactions, for an elementary reaction, what we can say? For an elementary reaction, the stoichiometric coefficients is equals to order of the reaction. Right, students? The sum of stoichiometric coefficients is equals to order of the reaction. Right, students? This is for an elementary reaction. Then in case of complex reactions, For complex reactions, stoichiometric coefficients, sum of stoichiometric coefficients here. Sum of stoichiometric coefficients never be equals to order of the reaction, students. Order of the reaction. In case of complex reaction, sum of stoichiometric coefficients never be equals to order of the reaction. So in such type of reactions, how do we identify means we have to calculate experimentally. We should calculate experimentally this one. We should calculate experimentally such type of complex reactions. Right, student, got it? This is about what order of the reactions. And next concept we have, that is till now what we have discussed, rate expression we have seen, rate constant we have seen, order of the reaction also we have seen. Now what are the units of rate constant we will discuss. After that we will take some of the numericals based on this order of the reaction, and how do we identify the order of the reaction in numericals also we will see, students. Students, units of rate constant. Units of rate constant. What are the units of rate constant? Generally, we will take one of the reaction. You can consider a reaction. Na gives rise to products. For this, suppose they have given the rate expression like this. Rate is equals to K into concentration of A. The stoichiometric coefficient only I am taking, that is A power N. This is the rate expression they have given. You can consider this rate expression. In this rate constant K, here K is nothing but what? K. Rate constant. This is K is nothing but rate constant. This rate constant units, how do we measure it? We will see that. K is equals to, send this concentration term to this side, then what you will get? Rate divided by concentration of A whole power N. What are the units of rate, students? Already we have discussed. Rate units are what? Concentration, rate units. What is the rate units? Change in concentration by change in time, right? Concentration time inverse. Concentration time inverse is the unit of rate, right, student? That you take here. Concentration time inverse divided by, this is concentration of reactant A. So concentration whole power N. This is. Here concentration nothing is there means power 1 is there. Now you send this denominator part to numerator. Then what you will get, students? Concentration, I am writing CONC. Concentration power 1. This concentration also you are sending to numerator. It becomes what? Concentration whole power minus N. Concentration power N into concentration power minus N time inverse. Right, students? So this one we can write like this. Concentration whole power 1 minus N time inverse. What is the meaning of concentration? Concentration is nothing but moles per liter. That is mole liter inverse. Right, student? That you can substitute here. Mole liter inverse whole power 1 minus N time inverse. Time inverse. Right, student? Time inverse. Mole liter inverse whole power 1 minus N time inverse. Then you can simplify this one. What you will get it? What you will get, students, after simplifying? So which is equals to what? Mole power 1 minus N. This is liter power minus 1 whole power 1 minus N, right? So then what you will get? Liter power N minus 1 time inverse. This is nth order rate constant unit. Which order rate constant? Nth order of the reaction rate constant unit. This is the unit rate constant units of nth order reaction. This is the rate constant unit of nth order reaction. Nth order reaction, student. Then where n is equals to what? Here, order of the reaction. Then we will take some of the order of the reactions and we will identify the units also for different order of the reaction. Suppose if n equals to order of the reaction means n equals to maybe 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, etc. Right, students? So in case of zero order reaction, for zero order reaction I have taken, what are the units? Zero order reaction units you write. Just to substitute, n value is 0. Zero order reaction n equals to what? 0. 0 you substitute in this. What you are going to get here? The unit. Mole power 1 minus 0. That is nothing but mole. Liter power n minus 0. That is 0 minus 1. Liter power minus 1. Time inverse. Here time inverse means that is depending upon the given data. They may give in seconds, minutes also. That we should check and we should write the whether if it is seconds, second inverse. Minutes means minute inverse, like that we take. This is for zero order reaction. Now you take for first order reaction. For first order reaction n equals to 1. Substitute n equals to 1 in the rate constant unit. Nth order rate constant unit. N equals to 1 means 1 minus 1, 0. Mole power 0. Anything power 0, that is mole power 0 we are getting. Here also 1 minus 1, liter power 0, time inverse. Right, student? Anything power 0, 1. 1 into 1, 1 only. 1 into time inverse. So which is nothing but what, students? Time inverse we have got in case of first order reaction. For second order reaction, actually second order reaction we don't have in the syllabus. Even though there is a chance to ask this unit, there is a chance because we have the rate constant nth order reaction units, right, student? So that's why second order reaction n equals to 2. Substitute the value in this expression. What you are going to get here? Mole power 1 minus n. That is nothing but mole power minus 1. Liter power 2 minus 1. So liter power 1, that is liter, time inverse. This is the unit of second order reaction, students. Got it, everybody? How do we identify the units of rate constant of various order of the reactions? If you want to calculate zero order reaction, first order reaction, second order reaction units, definitely we should have an idea about what? Nth order rate constant units. This is very, very important. This is very, very important for 1 mark question. Many times they have asked. Not only in board point of view, it is important also for KSET level examination, students. And then we will see some of the numericals. See that some of the numericals we will discuss about what order of the reaction, students. Let us see the one of the example, one of the numerical. Calculate the overall order of the reaction which has the rate expressions. See that rate expressions they have given. By using the rate expression, we can identify the order of the reaction, right, students? So what about first question? First A bit overall order of the reaction. Calculate overall order. Overall order of the reaction is equals to first bit. Order of the reaction means the sum of the powers of the concentration of each reactant in the rate expression, right, student? What is the sum of these powers exponents? 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2, which is nothing but what is the LCM? 2 here. So 1 plus 3, 4 by 2 is nothing but 2. First solution is what? 2. Order of the reaction is 2. In the similar manner, you can take individual exponents. That is, if you take order with respect to A is fractional value 1 by 2. Order with respect to B is fractional value 3 by 2. Right, students? How do we get fractionals? Like that only, even you will get what negative values also. We will see that also. In the B expression, B rate expression, we will see how to calculate overall order. Overall order is equals to what? Here 3 by 2 minus 1. 3 by 2 minus 1. Here you see order with respect to B is minus 1 students. So order may be 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on etc. And even fractional and even sometimes you will get negative value with respect to particular reactant. Right students? So 3 by 2 minus 1. 2 is LCM. 3 minus 2. 1 by 2. Overall order of the reaction in the case of B is what? 1 by 2 student. Everybody got this one? Understood this model how to solve the questions numericals? Okay students, one more numerical is there. What is that also we will see here now. Copy it fast. Okay, see students, next numerical. The conversion of molecules X to Y follows second order kinetics. If concentration of X is increased to 3 times, how will it affect the rate of the formation of Y? How will it affect the rate of formation of Y? What is the reaction, students? Conversion of molecules. See the solution. X gives rise to Y. This is the given equation. What is the reactant? X. What is the product? Y. So, if concentration of X is increased to 3 times, how will it affect the rate of formation of Y? That is the question. So, how do we write here rate expression first of all? Rate is equals to some K into concentration of X. This power value, how do we take here? Here it is coefficient is 1, but we cannot believe only by balanced equation should take. We cannot take, na. So that's why you see that the conversion of molecules X to Y follows second order reaction. What is the order of the reaction? Second order. So that power should be here 2. K into X power 2. Rate expression given indirectly. Rate expression also given indirectly. By using this rate expression, if concentration of X is increased to 3 times, how will it affect the rate of formation of Y? We need to calculate, students. So this is the expression given. Now you see that concentration of X is increased how many times? 3 times. Suppose this is R I have taken, small r I have taken. Right students? This is small r. Then what will happen if we increase the concentration of X 3 times? So suppose that I am taking R1 is equals to some K into concentration of X how many times? Increased 3 times. 3x whole power 2 I have taken. This is constant. Constant you can keep outside. Then 3 square. 3 square into K into concentration of X whole square. What about this students? This is R only na. Therefore, R1 is equals to 3 square means 9. 9 into R. So, how many times increased here? 9 times increased. Right student? So, that product formation also how many times will increase? 9 times will increase. Rate of formation of Y will increase by 9 times. The rate of formation of Y. The rate of formation of Y will increase by 9 times. Will increase by 9 times, students. Got it everybody, students? Understood? See that very easy question. By using the given data, X to Y is a second order reaction. So rate expression I have taken second order, that is exponent I have taken 2, and the concentration of X is increased 3 times. If concentration increased 3 times, how many times this rate will increase? We will see that. Rate will increase by 9 times of initial rate, right student? 9 times increase. Then automatically product formation also 9 times will happen. The rate of formation of Y will increase by how many times? 9 times. Understood students, everybody, this one? And in the next class, we will discuss about molecularity of the reaction. The next concept we have, molecularity of the reaction, that we will discuss. I hope you everybody understood. Along this discussion, I am sending to you notes as well as assignment also. Some of the questions I am giving to you, based on this concept also I will give you. You should solve by your own that questions, students. Okay, students, thank you.